following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
My name is Jasmine, and I am a recovering drug addict.
My name is Richie Farrell, a.k.a. the Old White Junkie.
And we are your hosts for Exit Team Nashua.
Our mission is to bring recovery into the living room.
Last year, over 72,000 Americans died of an accidental overdose.
That's almost 200 Americans every single day.
We will bring you guests with real-life experiences with addiction and recovery. Welcome to Exit Team Nashua. Hi, welcome to Exit Team Nashua. My name is Jasmine, and I am your host. Exit Team is a show that takes people who have experience with real-life sufferings, with recovery, real-life sufferings with addiction, trauma, and anything related to recovery, and we bring it into your living room. Bobby, it's always a pleasure to have you here.
It's a bold-faced lie, but thank you. I appreciate the sentiment.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's always a good time to be here.
Yeah, Sure, it's been wonderful. So our guest tonight, moving right along.
Who's a treasure?
Yes.
Actually, by the way, you do look good in that shirt.
Thank you.
Nice shirt.
Yeah, nice shirt. Nice shirt.
It's I like that. You
Twinning,
should
Hashtag
triplets.
triplet.
Tripling.
Hashtag triplets. Okay,
Okay,
cool.
that'll work,
So
whatever.
our guest is who?
TJ. My name is TJ.
AKA
Nice
Treasure.
to meet you. I'm TJ Skeith.
TJ Skeith, aka Treasure.
Yep.
Yeah, treasure.
That's
Hashtag treasure.
Hashtag treasure.
I'm the hashtag master.
Okay. Okay.
I live
That's how did you gain that title? Did you have
Dungeons
to?
and Dragons.
Did you?
Yeah,
Did
yeah,
you have to
maybe.
fight somebody
Or
for
maybe
it?
Magic. Yeah, a wizard.
Like, was there the heavyweight title fight where you took home the hashtag belt?
Yeah, I think Conor McGregor, maybe.
Yeah, he can't fight.
Yeah, but it's green.
Conor McGregor, if you're watching, I got you. I'll fight you. I ain't scared.
Bobby's been on
Oh,
one. He just tried to
man.
fight the camera guys.
I'm
No,
I'm
and you
scared
can't
now.
prove that.
I'm scared.
And then he told me equal rights, equal fights, and tried to fight me as well.
Dude, it was like Rock'em Sock'em Robots, man.
I did not say that.
That was a good move.
You did.
Nope.
So anyways, TJ, hi.
Hi.
What brings you to the show?
You.
Oh, wow.
No. You know, I'm a humble dude from Rochester.
You actually really are a very humble dude,
I
too.
try to be, and I'm like, my knees are going like this underneath the table because I'm not very good on cameras. But
Well, that's great because
I
no
love- I
cameras,
love
just a
hanging out with you
conversation.
guys.
No,
so far.
it's just you and me.
Hold on,
man.
did you guys just meet?
yeah,
Yeah.
And you guys hit it off like that? 'Cause
Yeah.
I thought you guys knew each other forever.
Nah,
never.
nah,
Wow.
No,
Nah,
we're-
just
we're
met 'em.
Wow.
Best friends doing karate in the basement.
Okay.
Yeah, what's
Yep.
up, brother?
John Stamos.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, good housekeeping.
I've known TJ for a while, and my relationship's not that good with him. I'm kind of jealous.
Wow. Yeah, actually, we have known each other. It's almost been a year now.
Yeah, it's been a
Like,
little
it was last September is when we first met at the Dover thing, and then we went to Recovery Fest in Rhode Island.
Yeah, so really funny story.
I'm all
go,
ears.
I didn't go to recovery.
I thought you did.
Wow.
Cut.
Wow.
Just kidding.
You messaged me and you were like, yeah, I've been following you on Facebook and like all the stuff you do. And I saw you at Recovery Fest and I was like, I don't know who the fuck
Wow.
thinks I am.
Hashtag gonna go crawl at the bottom of you.
So, but I just kept rolling with
Thanks for rolling with it. It's an honest program.
I feel like that makes it worse.
It does now.
Right? Because, like, if you just copped out in the beginning, like, hey, I wasn't there, it would have just been like, whatever,
Oh.
right? But now it's
Oh.
your
Well,
Well, at least
relationship.
the week before. I
Yeah,
did.
but
I
I
know
was
for a
trying
fact.
to
your
get him in for a
relationship was
job
built on a
interview.
lie.
That's true.
I
That's true.
wanted to hire him.
Ah.
Yeah, that was true.
I wanted to hire him because I had been following him for a while as well, and I see that you have this really big movement to advocate for people in recovery and to show that like we are not the stigma, that we rise above, and that like you're not someone that just like preaches and talks the talk, but you like walk the walk,
Mhm.
you know, and that's admirable because you don't find that in a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, there's a lot of movement that goes on behind the scenes of, you know, I have a large social media, whatever.
You
but
do. You have,
Following.
yeah,
you have a very large
Really?
social media
a little
following.
bit.
Little?
Poquito. But yeah, I mean,
I was trying to think of my Spanish, but I don't know anything good.
it's the only thing I know. You know, there's it's all about moving your feet and what you do when you're not posting something on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, wherever outlet you want to go through. But yeah, I mean, if we're going to get into it, we all have the same shirt on.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah,
Let's talk about it.
If you can
Talk
see
about it,
right
be
here,
about it.
says recovery hikes the trail, hashtag AT2020, and then there's a boot here with the map.
Mm-hmm.
The blue is New Hampshire,
Okay.
and then the white starts in Springer Mountain, Georgia.
Is that the Appalachian Trail?
It is the Appalachian Trail.
Listen.
Bingo!
Listen. Okay, so I'm really proud of
Oh my
that
God,
right
Bobby,
now.
you do have a brain cell left.
He should have asked that before he put the shirt on. and then it goes up here to Mount Katahdin in Maine.
Okay. Because real honesty, I thought Idaho was in the near Missouri up until like 2 days ago. I didn't know it was near Washington.
So, Jasmine.
So you're a person.
Keep going. So tell us more about this walk.
Well, hold on. Let's like find out about your experience with substance use disorder and like what qualifies you to be on the show and why you have such a movement and such a large following and why you are doing this walk. So let's go back to what qualifies.
Yeah. So I mean, I struggled with substance use for a better part of my life. I'm 39 years old now, and the first time I remember getting loaded was I was 14 years old on a plane back from Amsterdam.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it would have been. Well, no, the right way would have been
Yeah.
on the way there.
Well,
Or
no,
while
I mean,
there,
honestly,
I guess.
14 sounds like a late start for
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
kind of right.
Mhm.
But like
So you drank on the ride back.
I did.
Okay.
Some little wine coolers, some Bartles and James.
Okay.
Okay.
And what
To
happened?
Throw it out there. I fell asleep. Probably passed out.
So boring.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was my first flight, my first ever flight. So I was nervous. So it kind of took the edge off at 14 years old. I'd seen my family, coming home from work or whatnot, and hey, I'm gonna have a drink when I get home from work, kick my shoes off, and watch Jeopardy. So that's what I saw.
Alex
living
Trebek
at
is
home.
also a treasure.
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
So yeah, I struggled with that wasn't where it jumped off, but I mean I went through 18 more years of substance use issues. About 7 years ago, my mother passed away from pancreatic cancer. Talking of Alex Trebek, as of right now, he's a survivor. And that's where everything kind of jumped off and everything turned dark. I was in a very dark place in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I could go on for hours and hours, but I know we don't have that on that. So that led to 5-year spiral of I don't remember much of my life. April 10th of 2016, I had an awakening. I woke up after a long blackout with a message that said, if I ever have a drink again, you'll never see your daughter. And that was tough to read. And, I didn't think I had a problem until that moment.
That brings out a great point. So you love your daughter so much,
I love my
and so your relationship with your daughter and loved ones was put on the line. You didn't think you had a problem, and you thought you couldn't drink.
Absolutely.
And what happened?
Well, from that moment, I mean, the insanity of my mind and everything that went on at that moment leading up to that was I'm doing exactly what I see other people doing. And it was the fact that all the other people that I was hanging around with probably have issues of their own.
Yeah, I'm not that bad.
Not to call anybody out, but
But that's what we do, right?
Yeah.
So like,
it's
You
the
know,
company you keep.
yeah, and then once you start becoming the worst, you find a new group.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
'Cause you could
Consequences.
oh yeah, because you could always say
oh,
I'm not as bad as that.
yeah.
I'm not that bad.
Yeah.
Right.
So like I got that message and from there I just had to jump off. I still at that moment didn't believe fully that I had a problem. I mean, I knew I had a problem, but I didn't feel that I had to end all.
Yeah.
It was more of I need to step back. I need to slow down. I need to do this. I need to do that. I'm just going to do this to please this person, that person, and give it a couple of months, a year maybe. We'll see how it goes. 39 months today. Later.
Ayo.
Wow. Later. I'm still going, and now I do have a problem, and I still have that problem, and that problem is going to stay in my body for the entire life expectancy of me. So
And that's huge. And that's a big thing to come to terms with.
Yeah.
You know, I know a lot of people, and like I know a lot of thoughts that are really common in recovery is like, oh, I haven't had a drink, or I haven't gotten high in like a year, couple months, whatever it is. Maybe it's different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you just said it, you know. It's
maybe I can have just one.
yeah, you know what
Or-
I mean? Or I'm on vacation, it doesn't count.
I'll just
or,
grab an O'Doul's.
Yeah.
That.
So what do you
What's the
do
point?
to like stay so fresh in that? So because I know for like myself and like how my disease was like broken down to me is that like it's a persistent reoccurring thought that doesn't respond to reasons, right? And so like I have like insane thinking. So how do you like stop yourself from like that thought process? Like, oh, I can do this, or it's been 36 months, or you know, like
39.
well, 39, sorry. Thank you.
It's all right.
I remember.
Hey, thanks,
That's
buddy.
probably
I
why you're
care.
that's probably why you're biffle.
I care.
Yep. Okay. All right. Well, so Bobby threatened to beat me up, and now you guys
I
are beating
didn't.
up on me.
I didn't. I don't know what you're talking about. Me and TJ were just talking about how much good friends we are, and you got
Go
really
way
angry.
back. Way back.
We went way back to about a couple hours ago.
Not
Not
even.
even.
Not even.
In about 365 days, we're gonna get that notification on Facebook. You have been friends for a year.
And we'll have like a
If
whole
we
album
accept
of
each other.
photos.
Okay.
You've visited this many places. Sorry. Yes.
Wow.
To answer your
Vacation.
question,
I don't even remember what it was anymore. So.
I've still
How
got
do
a
you
little
keep it
bit of
fresh?
brain. How do I keep it fresh? What do I do? How do I stay away from that darkness, those dark
Yeah.
thoughts, the insanity, basically? And it's that old cliche. I play that tape forward. You know, I don't want to go back. You know, to try and have to go forward again. It just it's not. I don't have another recovery in me. Like I have this now, and if this doesn't go as planned, as God's plan, yeah, it's I don't see it happen. I don't want to have to try and see it again. I want to keep myself where I'm at right now, and I want to work hard every day. And for the longest time, like, and I would probably say my first 2 years in recovery, milestones were a huge thing. Like, and they are a huge thing.
Yeah.
But it was I obsessed over milestones. It was like, all right, I'm at day 10, or I'm at day 40, or I'm at day 75, or
Well, that's
on a
like
day.
where the brain was at. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like sometimes that's
Yep.
Excuse me. Sometimes that's great.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? If you're obsessing over milestones and you're not obsessing over getting high, like that's great. I'll take
Yeah.
it. Like hopefully we
Yeah.
hope that like you calm down a little bit and those thought processes calm down through like prayer, meditation,
Mhm.
you know, things like that. But that's great.
That's where I was getting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meditation is huge for me.
Yeah,
I love
absolutely.
meditation.
Yep.
And I have a totally and meditation to me is just like recovery to me. You know, there's all forms.
Yep.
Mhm.
Me personally, I can meditate, and it's probably not a safe thing to do, but I can meditate while driving a vehicle. I just throw on some music really loud and I sing.
Disclaimer: we are not responsible.
No, we're not.
for
Listen,
any
I get it
liable or
because like the
anything
only
today.
time I can sleep in a car is when I'm driving. So I get it.
Okay. Well, you took that another level. I'm always one and upping.
No, but I get what you mean. You
Hashtag.
know, meditation,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to look the same as everybody else. Mine's like walking.
Yeah.
You know,
I
which
can-
actually,
hiking.
which actually though, if you want to go the whole Buddhist thing, there's walking meditations in Buddhism. Just throwing it out there.
No one said you were wrong. So.
Listen, you
No,
threatened
we're-
to hit me
no.
before, so
The way that I was
Actually,
taught,
keep going.
the way that I was taught meditation and is different than how I meditate today. I
Yeah.
was taught the standard sit down, you know.
That
the-
is how I
the
like to
stereotypical.
meditate,
And it's
I-
great. don't
And
get
I
me
if it
find
wrong.
works, yeah.
myself, and I
Yeah.
find, you know, if you knew me like almost 3 years ago, I was a firecracker, and I was a very emotionally unstable person, and I was all over the place, and beep, 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 boop, boop, and I have really gotten grounded. Yeah,
I've known you
I know,
that long.
I know.
I haven't. We just met in Recovery Fest.
I don't even know who we thought I was.
Anyway,
but-
ooh, that's not pistols. What's up with that? There you go. Yeah, we were
Shots
talking
fired.
about that prior.
Shots fired.
Double barrel.
Okay, so
All right, so you keeping it fresh. Milestones were huge, and now what is it? Just how you live?
It is definitely how I live now. When
Mhm.
I portray my milestones or when I speak on my milestones, now the milestones are to help that next person.
Yeah.
Before
Right.
before it was all
Mhm.
about me. It was the me,
Yep.
me, and that's why I'm doing it. And I liked the attention.
Oh, we all do.
Yeah.
You know, we're all self-seeking.
I
and
love exactly. I
we
love
like
that
validation.
attention, and I wanted the validation.
You
and,
know,
yeah.
it's normal, and I think that's what you're talking about is like that switch happening,
Yes.
right? And
Yep.
like that's what we're all waiting for.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then when you see somebody new come in, and you're just like, oh, I can't wait for that switch to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see it. And like when it happens, it's
Yep, it's there.
yeah, because that's I used to obsess like right like after I got 90 days, I never made it 90 days past 90 days before, so I was freaking out, and then a while ago because I'll be coming up on 3 in August 1st.
Yeah, we're coming
But
up on 3.
yeah, but like I remember my sister texted me as like happy 18 months. And I was like, oh,
Isn't it crazy?
yeah. I was like, oh,
Yeah, then-
that's a
You stop
thing.
Because I'm
thinking
not
about
living
it
to
and-
not drink.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like I'm living to live. I don't think about drinking and I don't think about not drinking. I just don't
life.
like.
Yeah.
I live
yeah.
like a purpose, passion-driven life.
Yeah,
And
the repetitive nature that I used to live while I was in active addiction is now active recovery. It's a repetitive nature that I do. You know, get up, make your bed, pray, meditate, however you want, it works.
Whatever,
for you.
yeah, whatever it works. And like I think it's huge to talk about just because everybody always sees addiction, substance use disorder, whatever you want to call it, in a negative light. You always see the negative consequences. Like you heard the Plymouth County.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like it was all over Facebook. You know, but to be able to say like, hey, yeah, I've gone through this, and now because of what I was taught and what I've learned and what I practice, it's not a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It is a thing, but it's just a new way of life for me, and like it's infinitely better. And I feel like that's not something that's being talked about enough.
I also think that we should highlight on like people that do make it out of there, like the strength that they have and how they just become like these really big, bright, shining pillars. You know, so many people that I know that are in recovery that made it out of like their active addiction or alcoholism or whatever it may be, trauma survivors. It doesn't even have to be, because like trauma impacts the brain the same way. You know what I mean? Like those people that have made it out, the majority of them like have really just found themselves on like the deepest level that a lot of society hasn't. You know? So.
Yeah.
Me and TJ made it out the mud.
So speaking of mud,
yeah.
what is Recovery Hikes the Trail? Hashtag AT2020.
Well.
Hashtag treasure.
Treasure map.
Ayo!
Look, you see that little dot right there?
Hey.
That's Rochester.
Hey. Don't.
Recovery Hikes the AT. Recovery Hikes the AT is the Facebook page I just started. It's
So go
gonna
follow
detail- Yeah,
Okay.
Go follow me.
Go follow
Okay.
it.
Go follow it.
Mhm.
Right?
I know it says Recovery Hikes the Trail here, but
You
whatever.
could be a trendsetter if you go follow it right now.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing
Yeah.
it.
They should.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. You'll have done it before it was cool.
Stay in school. So the map that we see on these shirts,
Yes.
like we were saying, Springer Mountain to Mount Katahdin. It's
Mhm.
2,179 miles.
Oh,
Give
Lord.
or take a few miles. They
How are you
changes
gonna
every
eat?
year.
How does it change?
They change the trail. The trail changes.
Okay, all right.
It's not. It's different every year.
That's a
depending
valid
on how the
question,
winter-
though, right?
It is. It's a very valid
Yeah.
question. How do you eat is also a valid
Yeah.
question. I'm not going to carry 5 months worth of food in my
Right.
backpack.
Squirrels.
5 months?
5
Oh,
months, yeah.
Lord.
5 months.
Squirrels.
How do you eat?
I do
How do you
squirrel moment,
shower?
Really?
You
Rivers.
lay in a river. Yeah. No. Every 4 or 5 days. I don't have all of the, expert. I don't have everything planned out. I don't have it mapped out. It's similar to life. I'm not worried about what's going to happen. 3 months into my hike, I got to figure out
Well,
that
I
first
am.
day. Yeah. So
I have faith in you.
I have faith in me too.
I heard that you should hike in sandals, though.
Tivas
Okay.
or Crocs.
Yeah.
I do
Dude.
have Crocs that are going to be attached to my bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. No lie. No joke.
No, because of water.
Yeah.
You don't want to
'Cause
get
you
your
have to go
socks
through
wet and
water.
stuff.
Because you only
Post
carry
Malone.
You only carry 2 pairs of socks for the whole trip.
Yeah.
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 You wash them yourself.
Yeah.
Same with clothes. 2 sets
I'm
of clothes.
just not interested, but I support you.
That's
Like,
fine. You
this
don't have
is-
to be.
Yeah,
This
I
is really
support you.
cool to me.
It's basically every 4 or 5 days you get into town and you
Yep.
send yourself a bump box, which means you send yourself a package, care package,
Mm-hmm.
at every post office that you're going to go to throughout the 5 months, and it's going to have your granola bars, your Cliff bars, your re-ups,
Yeah.
Yep.
basically. And
Heyo.
yeah,
Gonna go plug.
yeah.
Post
Um,
office.
Wasn't gonna say it.
Yeah.
Keep continue.
Because
Because I respect your journey.
yeah, and then throughout, it's awesome. Like the Appalachian Trail, like the community that focuses their every summer, every
I would say
summer,
a lot of
spring
people
and
do
summer.
it. So.
It's like 2,000 every year.
okay.
Wow.
And I just registered mine 2 nights ago. I just
Mhm.
registered it 2 nights ago, so it's official. April 10th, 2020,
Mhm.
next year. I set out, and like
Do you
throughout,
hike with anyone?
I'm not going down with anyone. I'm going down solo. A lot of people from the experiences that I've seen through YouTube vlogging and stuff like that, people meet up
Yeah.
with people, they get into groups, and they
Yeah.
hike with groups for a few days or whatnot, and then it becomes everybody hikes their own pace, right?
Yeah.
So there's people that are going to be hiking 8-10 miles a day, and then there's going to be people that are hiking 25 miles a day.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to fit kind of in the middle of that, because that's a lot and that's not a lot. But throughout, I mean, you run into people, and it's crazy. Like, I've already talked to so many people that did it last year that are in recovery, that did it for the same reasons as me, that are going to do fundraising, and we're going to, try and help the community while we're out there, and stop in between at every stop.
So you just said fundraising. So how would somebody help with that? Right. So say like, yes, I want to donate to your Recovery Hikes the Trail #AT2020. How would somebody go about that?
Well, if you get on the Facebook page for Recovery Hikes
Which
the
we know
AT,
they've already liked.
yes,
Yup.
which
Because
have.
they're trendsetters.
Yes,
Yep.
yeah.
Continue.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
which trending right now.
Is
they
it?
are. Yeah. we
Is
should
it
be.
trending hot?
I'm not a tweeter,
Hashtag
but
trending treasure.
trending treasure.
Mm.
TJ. Gotta have the 3
Ooh.
T's.
TJ trending Trevor. Treasure.
Every single one of us messed
Tongue
it
twister
up.
now.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So-
we're
so
just
there
gonna
is-
move on. We're just
so
gonna
there-
move on.
So there's a Facebook fundraiser that started, and there's a link to it on the page. It's pinned to the top, and I've also started a GoFundMe for it as well, which is also it's really easy to find it throughout. If you put my name in there, or the Recovery Hikes the AT,
Hashtag AT2020.
hashtag AT2020, you're gonna find it.
Hashtag master.
You're gonna run into it. Hashtag yes.
Heavyweight champion of the world.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, I mean, the fundraisers are out there, but as far as like the fundraising that I'm doing now,
Mhm.
I set goals, and you can only do them for, I guess, 90 days. I'd never done a fundraiser before in my life.
You can only do it for 90 days?
Yeah, through Facebook fundraising.
Huh.
Yeah.
Facebook
So have you
Zuckerberg,
been
get on that.
successful with
Yeah, you
raising
should.
funds yet?
In the first week or so, I reached 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
How
much money is it going to take, the trip?
About 10,000.
Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
5 months. It's about $1,000 a month. If you look at bills that you're leaving behind, which
Yeah.
none of that's going with the fundraising, but bills leaving behind, car payments. If we have car payments, rent, if you got to pay rent, your bill, cell phone, stuff like that. All your necessities don't go away. Like,
Yeah.
life still happens while you're
Yeah,
out
I never
there.
even thought of that.
Me
Why didn't
neither.
I think of that?
Yeah. I was more worried about showering and eating.
Well, I mean, eating's kind of a big one.
Yeah, eating's a
Eating's
really...
huge.
Showering, I just figure rivers.
So, never.
Yeah.
Speaking of hiking and eating, I
ones.
saw the craziest thing hiking last week. I saw a snake eat a frog.
That's pretty wicked.
I have photos of it, and I'm going to show you after this.
I've seen them.
Have you seen
Yeah.
them?
Yeah, well, I saw
It
a
was
hawk
pretty
pick up a
nuts.
bunny and decapitate it. one time.
Oh my god! This show
I
is
saw
way off.
snow a few weeks ago. while
Really?
hiking. Yeah.
Wow.
See,
Yeah.
that blows my mind more than
It
any
was
of
on
this.
a 90-degree day. It was pretty
Really?
crazy up on Baldface. Yeah.
Really?
So anyone that wants to donate to your movement, they can find you on social media.
Yep.
Anyone that is struggling in any way, they can find you on social media.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
24 hours a day.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're also like you are a very humble person, and I know that about you personally. But you're also a very driven person, and you're loud about your movement, and you're loud about what you're doing.
Yes, I am.
But you're loud with a cause.
I
You're not
am.
loud like, hey, look at TJ. You're like loud like, hey, like we can recover.
It's all about we.
Yeah, it's all about you.
We and us.
Oh, okay.
It's
We
not
and
a
us,
me.
because I was gonna say it's Bobby's World is the segment that we're doing. So it is your world. We're just living in it. We're here
Can
for
you do
you.
the voice?
No.
You're too young to remember the show now.
So if anyone is watching right now and you are struggling in any way, you have a loved one struggling anyway, you have any questions, you just want to talk, you're going through something with mental health, you're going through something with trauma, ayo. My contact information is on the screen. Sorry, they were talking over me. Bobby's contact information will be on the screen here in just a minute, and I'll announce it then. And then we'll also get TJ's contact information up on the screen. Resources are available for you. We have a whole plethora of resources available all throughout the New England and across the country, actually.
Yeah.
To be honest. So whatever you need, whether it's substance use disorder, trauma, who knows, eating disorders, we can help you with eating disorders. It doesn't really matter, mental health. There's Bobby.
Yep.
So that's Bobby's information. Also, you can find all of us on social media. Look me up, Jasmine Lamontagne.
Bobby Pinciero.
TJ Skeith.
TJ, you can find
Great
TJ.
last name.
Yeah.
Treasure. It's a real treasure. So TJ, that is your camera. And so for anybody, and there's TJ's information, by the way. TJ really likes phone calls at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
You too?
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
like.
Me too.
Yeah.
I have my ringtone set to an alarm, so I wake up.
Oh, good. Is it like the hazmat alarm?
Why do I feel like you guys are going to call each other at 2 a.m.?
Just to see what you're doing.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
How's it going?
I got your number off the screen.
No, you hang up first.
Okay. So in like 30 seconds, TJ, what would you say to someone who is suffering in any type of way? What would you have to say to them?
I mean, it's 2 words, 3 words if you want to look at it, and I do the hashtag often. Reach out now. Like,
No.
Do not wait. Don't think about it. Don't mull it over. 24 hours. Don't wait. Like, if you, I'll think about it. People are dying. People are dying. Like right now, as we did this show.
Yeah.
Like we've lost a bunch of people. It's. I don't even really know what to say. Reach out. Like, call me at 2 a.m. I'll answer.
He'll just be talking to Bobby. So
Yeah.
please,
We'll already be up.
Yeah.
someone interrupt
Facebook
their
video me,
conversation.
whatever.
Yeah,
it is,
no, seriously. I get it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a great show.
I
We would love to
enjoyed
have you back after the hike.
Yeah.
it.
But you can't get a haircut.
Can you live stream it during the hike?
Are
we
you
do
live
that?
streaming the hike?
Yeah, I am.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll figure it
could
out.
Share it out for
YouTube
you.
Live. I'm
Mhm.
starting a YouTube page. I'm going to start. There's a hiking vlog called The Trek.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Yeah, which I haven't signed up for yet. I'm hoping, they'll accept me. But
Listen, if they don't accept you, give me a call and I'll call them.
oh, okay, I should do that.
I'll call their mom.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah, I'll go straight to the top.
TJ, thank you for coming on the
Thank
show.
you guys, I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
it was a great
Seriously,
show.
Thank you.
Bobby, as always, it's always a pleasure to be with you. And to all of our viewers and all of our guests, thank you so much. We appreciate, we love you. If you're struggling, please reach out. If you have a loved one that's struggling, please reach out. If you have any questions, please reach out. Thank you.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.